welcome. I am your host, Vibrant, and we are doing another episode of The Vibrant Truth. Now, this is going to be quite the different episode. Um, like I said on my Twitter, for those of you that have Twitter, follow me on Twitter. Um, been going through a lot of shit, so I know I've been putting out posts saying I was going to do a podcast, and I never did it. I apologize for that. Totally unprofessional of me. My bad. I'm sorry. So, here we go now with this episode, Reverse Double Standards. So, some people may ask themselves, what does reverse double standard mean? Oh, I'm going to break it down for you. So, reverse double standards, right? So, there comes a point in time where you are asked, why are you the way you are, right? There's times where you as a man is criticized for your actions, criticized for your thoughts, criticized for your beliefs, right? But then if you flip it back over to the female side, a female can do whatever she feels fit to do and expect it to be okay, right? So I'm a big advocate of being fair in relationships, right? That's my biggest pet peeve, is to have a one-sided relationship. What I mean by one-sided relationship is simply this, right? Um the woman can do whatever she wants, but it's not okay for the man to do it, right? It's actually kind of sickening. And it's not even just in functional relationships, it's relationships that's unfunctional. It's in relationships where you're separated. It's in relationships where you're just friends. It's everywhere, and it's become quite a big issue, right? So maybe it's not just a woman. Men can do it too, but it's been mostly women for the most part, right? So here's the thing. Women will do something and we would have to eat it. We would have to take our lashings, deal with the consequences, and hey, Redbeard, I appreciate you for swinging by. People just want to be treated equally, right? So, perfect example. You're not really dealing with each other anymore, right? But you're around each other. So, the woman can go out on dates, have sex with whomever she wants to have sex with, talk to whomever she wants to talk to. And then you sit here living your life, not doing anything, and then for once you're like, well, if she moved on, so maybe I should too, right? Okay. So then you start to move on, and then you realize that she's getting jealous, or she gets angry, or she approaches you about it. Why are you talking to other bitches? Why your phone going off this time of the day, and blah blah blah, and yada yada yada. Mind you, she has her phone on pit mode. Pit mode is what I call vibrate, right? Give me 1 second, guys. So she's grilling you, saying, why is your phone going off certain times of the night? Blah blah blah, yada yada yada. And she's doing the same thing. Hold on. All right. So you find yourself questioning, why does it matter? If she's doing what she's doing and you've been chilling, but now all of a sudden you're like, okay, well, um, she's living her life. So I'm gonna live mine. But obviously that's wrong in her eyes. Peach Crown Royal. Delicious. Um Obviously, like I said, it's not just women. Some men do it too, which I just find crazy and really deranged. But not because you're a man, but give me 1 second. Let me fix my mic. Sorry for the noise, guys. Just gotta fix my mic a little bit. It's bothering me. My son kind of broke my arm a little bit, so you know, gotta look for the other spring. But yeah, it's kind of backwards in my eyes because women will do any and everything under the sun and expect men to eat it. But when it's done back to them, but when it's done to them, the world must stop and the walls are bleeding and a crime has been committed and you must be persecuted to the highest extent of what they feel is appropriate. right? But then if roles were reversed, shit would be different, right? If men was doing it, if the man was doing it, he'd be wrong. He'd be a dog. He'll be no good. He'll be this. He'll be that. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. And it's like from the beginning of time, there's been a double standard. There's been men can do something something blah blah blah, and women can't. But now as time moves on, it's women can do whatever, and men just got to eat it. Men's not allowed to have emotions. They're not allowed to voice their opinions. They're not allowed to voice their displeasure with things. They're not allowed to be emotional, right? But tell me something. What is the difference between a good man that has flaws and a bad man that just don't give a fuck? I'll tell you the difference. The difference is simply this. Well, that was a delayed response. The difference is this. A good man will work his ass off to correct the wrongs committed against his spouse or his partner. A bad man will continue on doing what he's doing to his spouse or his partner because they're letting him get away with it. But it seems like more and more women want those type of guys over the guy that has faults and will bust his ass to try and fix his mistakes. I honestly don't get it. I don't get it. Every female says they want a good man. But yet most females overlook the good man for the man that's just gonna fuck them over time and time and time again. And it's like beating a dead horse. Everyone talks about it, everyone references it, but nothing changes. This is not about me trying to make change. This is not about me trying to bring light to a situation where light's already been brought. This is basically me saying, shut the fuck up. Plain and simple. Just shut the fuck up. Because if you want a good man, you'll put in the effort with the good man to keep the good man, to make the good man notice you. But you don't really want a good man. You just like hearing yourself say, I want a good man. What the fuck was that? So basically, most people are just bandwagoning. What the fuck is this? So here's the deal, right? A lot of people a lot of people a lot of people would sit here and say, "Oh, that's wrong for you to say. That's wrong for you to say. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada." It's not wrong at all. What I feel is simply this, right? Women need to know what they want when they say they want it, right? Because women say they want one thing, but they're attracted to the opposite, or vice versa. They're attracted to one category, but really want the other. Makes no fucking sense to me, but this is what the fuck is going on in the world. And I mean, you got some women out there that men get lucky and they find the good ones. But, you know, not really. It's like it's a grid shift, right? Like now now women are trying to rip men's heart out. I don't know why. I don't know when this started to happen. I can honestly say I don't think back when men was doing what they was doing, the sole purpose was to rip a woman's heart out. I don't think that's what it was. I think that was the easy consensus to go to because that was the obvious reason, you know. Okay, she's not doing what I want her to do, so I'm going to make her hurt. I think men was vilified a lot back in the day instead of being studied or having conversations or being asked, well, what's going on? Why are you like this? Why are you like that? Or whatever, you know? Um, I honestly feel like if the time was taken for a conversation to happen to find out why men act, say, or think the way they do, I think a lot of things would be better off between men and women because every woman says they want a guy that communicates, right? Then then you say, how can I word this? I'm trying to be sensitive about this. I don't want to be classified as misogynistic or chauvinist or anything like that. But then you say when a man do express himself, most women call that man a bitch. And I don't know about other men, but that word bitch to me is like a pet peeve of mine. Like, don't call me no bitch, for one. Like, I very rarely call a female a bitch in a derogatory way, you know? Like, I use the word bitch or whatever, but it's very rarely towards a female, right? I may be talking to one of my homeboys and they say something, and I'll be like, bitch, you do the same shit, or something like that, right? Even even back in the day when, me and my significant other would be talking or joking or whatever, I would I would say, oh, don't go there, bitch, or something like that, you know? But I would never be like, oh, you're a bitch. Stop acting like a bitch. I've never really use that word in a derogatory way to a female. So it's like, oh, excuse me. It's like women can do it to men,